It's been about 2 months since I sank Matt's CRV in the river and completely totaled the engine. Matt had to buy a completely new car just to tear them apart and combine the pieces to get this thing back to life. Let's see if it fires up, throw a snorkel on it, and send it straight back into the bog. Stay tuned to see if this thing can redeem itself or will it sink all over again. And trust me, you don't want to miss this.
So we've got the bad engine cleaned up and on the stand. There's just a few parts I'm going to swap over to the new engine, like the timing belt and just a few other accessories. Ordinarily, I'd put a new timing belt on right now, but this timing belt maybe has 1 year and a couple hundred miles on it or something, so I'm just going to keep that on here. I just took the engine back off the stand so that I could get the flywheel off the back and get the crank out. So this is the actual crankshaft of the engine, which that wasn't our problem. This is fine. Got the engine back on the cart over here, and these rods are what are bent. And now what I'm going to do is pull off the cylinder head, and then I can get out the pistons and rods. So this is all that remains of the engine. Just has the pistons in it still. You can see how much surface rust has shown up just from sitting with this water in here. Here's the cylinder head. You can see our combustion chamber area here, and then the valves. And everything's really dirty, but honestly it doesn't look that bad. We'll go ahead and pull these pistons out of here, and then I can finally show you the bent connecting rods. These are in there really well. Let's just tip it over maybe. Dump all that water out of here. We're not actually trying to salvage any of these parts, so I can be pretty aggressive with them. There you have it. Look at that. Here's a really good angle that shows the bend. And just to compare it to a straight one, this one is good. This one's bad. That's what happens when you fill your engine with water while it's running. That's what happens. All right, so now that we have the timing belt and all the other parts that I need off the old engine removed, we're gonna take apart the new engine and install the new timing belt and then replace some gaskets and seals. All right, so we've got our new engine installed. That was really easy. Sometimes it's harder installing than disassembling, but in this case, it was not hard. But we're all mounted up, all the engine mounts are in, so we'll just plug in all the wires. All right, so I've pretty much got everything plugged in that I need to start the car. All that's missing is oil, so I'm gonna pour some oil in, and then we'll see if the new engine starts. I don't have the coolant lines hooked up, the radiator's not in, axles aren't in, drive shaft isn't connected, exhaust isn't connected, so there are a couple other things I need to connect, but it's a good time to see if it will start. Fingers crossed. Battery's dead. Break out our world famous jump box. Take two. Okay, nothing's happening. I didn't have my engine ground hooked up, so I bet that is a major cause. Third time's the charm. All right, so the jump pack's dead too. I'm gonna try using the battery out of the car I took the engine out of, because I know that one was pretty good. Let's see if that's got enough juice in it. So that's pretty cool. That was a free battery. Seems like it's running great. Just need to hook up the coolant lines, put the radiator in, axles. We're good to go. We're gonna go hit the bog again. All right, well, the time has finally come to test drive the CRV with its new engine. I obviously don't have an intake on it right now because we're gonna install that when we put the Snorkel on. Right now, I just wanna see if it runs and drives like it did. Fire it up. That sounded like a ton of water. Oh my gosh, it's just pouring out. Oh! It looks like the exhaust is still full of water from the creek. Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh no. Should I rev it? I think I should rev it up. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's so much. Look, went all the way over to here. I cannot believe there's still water in the exhaust. Let's take it for a test drive and see if it still drives. Let's see if any more water comes out. A lot of oil smoke though. All right, well, I think we fixed this thing. and it's time to make it better now by installing a snorkel. Goal number 1 is complete. We've got the car running and driving again with its new engine. Goal number 2 is to put a snorkel on it so that we can take it back into the water again and not blow the engine up. So what a snorkel does is it relocates your air intake way up high. With stock intake, it's usually about here or so. So if you go into water about this deep, your engine's gonna suck up water, just like this did. This is where the intake from the engine comes through and hooks up to here. So I need to locate where this goes and then mark this and then cut a huge hole. We've got this marked out as best as I can. It looks a little crazy, but I understand it. I'm gonna drill a hole in the fender. It's as close as I could get it to kind of where it seemed like it should be. Never done this before. No going back now. Let's see if, oh wow, I think I nailed it actually. The door's still open? It does. Okay, perfect. One of the other tricky aspects of this is I don't need just a hole here. I need a hole kind of like through the frame of the car in a way. I'm gonna pop the hood and see if I can figure out how that lines up. Here's the hole I made, and you can see through to there that there's another wall, which is right here. I just need to drill through that basically and into here so that my pipe can come through here, up to here, and then to my throttle body. This is one of the pipes basically that I'll be running out to the snorkel. So I'm just gonna use it to kind of get a rough idea where this needs to go. All right, here goes nothing. Round 2. It looks pretty good. I just need to get through one more piece of metal here. Try and get that out. I got my hole here, but then there's this bit of sheet metal I gotta cut through, but you can see my other hole to the outside. They line up really well. Took a look, I tried to figure out a good way to cut it, but there's no good way to do a clean job there. So what I think I'll do is take this fender off, which will make it a little easier to mount the snorkel to it anyway. Pretty much got the fender over there ready to come off. But before I do that, this is a template here for where the bolts go that hold this snorkel to the fender. Make sure all the bolts line up. Most of them do, these two don't. The rest of them do, so that's a little annoying. This was a $90 snorkel, so you know, you get what you pay for. It has these little studs that go into these, so I'm gonna go put some red Loctite on them and tighten them in. Now we put the template on. I'll tape this template to the car, and it'll show me where to drill the holes for the studs. This snorkel is not for a CRV. This snorkel is for a 1980s Land Cruiser. I know, shocker, they don't make snorkels for Honda CRVs. So I'm just making do. We'll call that good enough. We'll pull this fender off of here after we drill these holes out. Hopefully those were at least close to where I need them, and then I can widen them as I need to. Okay, moment of truth. See if this will line up. Awfully close. These up here all line up, but again, because this isn't for this car, it's kind of bowing it to the fender. I may need to make some of these just a bit longer to reach. All right, now I'll pop this fender off. That was really easy. Now I've got really good access to this piece of sheet metal. I'm just gonna cut a line, get that out of the way. That's looking pretty good. So you can see here, that's all opened up. I need to just cut straight through here. There's just this point. Just clean that up one more time. Okay, that looks a lot better. We've got the fender ready here and our snorkel. And one thing I noticed was some of those studs, they're not quite long enough. I don't know if you can really tell, but the snorkel doesn't really match the body lines either. I'll see what I gotta do to get these to line up. I'm just gonna mock it up for now. I'll get a couple of bolts going here. It's not gonna be the prettiest, but I know it's gonna work. Okay, so these two holes over here they're not gonna line up. So what I think I'll do here is try and rough out where the opening is, and I'll just widen those holes up a bit. These holes could all go up a size just to give me a little more room. Now this is why I drilled the holes on the car, because it's a lot harder to drill this stuff when it's off the car. I think that's gonna work. I just need to widen these holes a little bit. Try and clean this up a little bit here. We should be able to bolt this up. I'm gonna go around and try and find what size bolts work best where, because I won't be able to fully tighten all of these down. All right, so I got a couple of fender washers here to go under these bolts. Yeah, this is gonna work. Here's my CRV fender. I've got the snorkel on it, and I've got this tube here that connects to the snorkel. Turned out pretty well. I'm gonna go put it on the car now, hook it up, put all the tubing on, and we can go test it. Oh, nice. All right, now all we gotta do, bolt it down. Just gonna start everything off loose so I can adjust it later. There's a bit of an alignment you gotta worry about with fenders. This is where the hose comes in from the Snorkel. And then this is my throttle body. So I just need to run some intake hose from here to a filter that sits here. I need a sealed filter. And then I just need to hook it up to this breather for the valve cover. So this should fit here, just like that. I have this coupler. Seems like it should work pretty well. Flip that around. This connector goes here. One more clamp here, and then this pipe has to fit here. That should do it. Let's just tighten all these up. There we go. Now I just need to put a clamp there. This plumbing should be airtight and watertight all the way to the top of the Snorkel up there. I've got my sealed air filter here, so we still have an air filter. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. You ready to put the wheel on? Get this thing off its jack stand? All right, well, the CRV is pretty much ready to go, and I've got Carter here to finally see what I've been working on.
Let's see.
Ready?
I'm guessing you put a new engine in it.
I put a new engine and...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What in the world? There is no way this is made for this car.
Nope, it's definitely not. It's made for a 1980s Toyota Land Cruiser. But I kind of made it work.
I mean, it actually looks like it's meant for this car, and it fits perfect.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then this was custom. I made a custom intake for it, some custom piping, and then a sealed air filter here.
So you did all of that just so when we go bogging, water doesn't suck in, because it would have to go all the way to here and for it to pull water in.
Yep, exactly. That's kind of the goal here, because the last time it broke because it sucked in water, and so we're going to keep that from happening again. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're ever going that deep.
Oh, hang on. We have the bounty hole. We might need to extend that even higher. Drive this under the lake.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good idea.
So I think we're ready to go bogging then.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't even started it with this yet, so
Oh boy.
let's go give it a try.
This is literally the first start.
This is the first start with the Snorkel, yeah.
So it's untested.
It's untested.
This could be bad. Wow.
Yeah.
So it should be sucking right here?
Can we stall it? Yeah, I need something big.
I hope we can stall it, because that would mean it's sealed.
I know, there's no way it's not. But it's pulling it on, but it's not stalling. Oh! Oh my gosh!
I was gonna run and turn the car off. You almost
Yeah.
put your hand in?
Yeah, it's... Oh! Do you feel that?
I don't want to go.
I could
full
almost
seal.
not get my hand off of it.
That's scary.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty sealed.
But we need to do something to completely stall it.
I'm just worried it's gonna fall so much suction.
There we go. I mean, it's running off of very little air right now.
Yeah, I wonder where it's even getting in from. Maybe it's just getting around the...
Wow.
I'd say it works.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna put my cap back on.
And is that supposed to face forward, do you think?
Yeah, that's how they typically put them.
I wonder why.
So as you drive, you get extra air.
Yeah, the water splashes right up and sucks it in. We're going off into the woods to see if we can find some place to bog this thing and put the Snorkel to the test.
Yep, that's the goal. We've got all these trails that go deep into the woods out here. Back where you got it stuck the first time, so.
And last time it was out here, it was like 3 feet underwater, completely flooded, so we'll see how wet it is today.
Well, we don't have that much water to try it out in, but here's a little something.
Here we go. That wasn't too deep, but we got a little bit of mud on the tires. The Snorkel got muddy.
Oh, good.
So that might have done something.
You can hear the engine.
Yeah.
Hear that? That sounds sick.
That is sick. Let's go deeper in the woods and see if we can find deeper water.
Yep.
We're going down the same path we did when this thing got totaled. So we're gonna see if it's still wet. A little bit of water going on out here.
A little bit, nothing too crazy.
Nothing crazy, but it does get deeper as we go down this trail.
Oh, hold up. I see a really good hole to try out here.
Oh gosh, we are already sunken sideways.
We're gonna need to put the windows up for this one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, this looks pretty crazy.
When Matt says windows up, we must be ready to bog.
Yeah, here we go. I mean, I'm gonna hit this with some...
Yeah, we're good. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
We made it. And the engine's still running.
I don't think we sucked up any water.
I don't think we sucked up any water.
Keep on trekking. We're gonna keep going deeper.
Oh gosh, it's just like swampy grass there.
Yeah, it's not as wet as it was during the storm.
Uh-oh. We've got to check engine light.
Oh, well, that's actually the check new engine light.
Yeah, it's just telling us we have a new engine.
Yep. It's saying the new engine might have wrong.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's that muddy.
It's
oh
muddy. It's so muddy.
This is gonna be an off-road challenge. Oh, we almost hit that tree, Matt. Oh, okay, we might get stuck. Grab the monster truck.
Oh gosh, hold on. Hold on, we have a tree.
Oh, this is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
We made it.
I can't believe it made it through that. Where are we going right now?
I don't even know.
Matt,
There's a
not even on
trail
a
here
train.
somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, there's trees down on the train. Alright, we gotta turn around.
I can't believe that thing just made it through that.
Oh, it's on the way back. That was nothing. Okay, hold on, we gotta go back.
Oh god. Oh! Oh my god. This thing is crazy.
I know.
What the heck? I can't believe it goes through that.
Oh man.
Wow.
We're taking a pass 2 through the pounding hole here.
Yep.
We've got to go find some deeper water to drive this thing in.
This is the engine test. We just need to find some deep water to go through.